You've talked to us about Mu before. What makes it different from the other strains that we've heard about?
Well, right now there are various studies that are ongoing, and what's being discovered is this Mu variant. It has differences in the actual spike protein that give it an advantage, and that's basically what a mutation is a difference. Because remember, I've said before, when a person is infected with coronavirus, the virus gets inside their cell and it replicates and replicates millions of times, and then copies are made. But sometimes some of these copies are a little bit different. And the difference with this Mu variant are being demonstrated that there's a probability that it might be more transmissible, meaning it's easier to catch, which is bad. Number two, it might be able to cause more severe disease, meaning it's more virulent. If you catch it, you have a higher chance of getting very sick. And number three, very, very worrisome, is it has the potential, note the potential, because more research is noted to confirm this, but it has the potential to evade our immune response elicited by us receiving the vaccinations, or if we've had a previous infection and we've developed those antibodies. This new mutation gives it the potential to be better able to evade this defense by our body. So this is something that we really need to pay attention to and follow the science and be aware.
Dr. Quinn, if it is more vaccine resistance, and I'm going to assume that every time we get one of these variants, they're going to be better than the in not the right sense, better than the one before, because that's what it's doing. It's overcoming whatever that one is. What can we do to protect ourselves?
Well, the most important thing is we have to follow the science. Now, the good news is with the technology, the messenger RNA technology, the way they manufacture these Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, they can easily go in and change the coding. So let's hypothetically say that we do get a variant that the vaccines are no longer effective against. We can change the actual vaccine, so now it works with this new variant. And we do it all the time with the flu. That's why every year the flu vaccine is different than the previous year, because what happens is the manufacturers, they get with the CDC and they study the most common flu variants from the year before, and they produce new vaccines to fight the new flu variants. So we're still in the fight, but we need to get as many people vaccinated as possible to slow down the infection rate, and that'll slow down the number of mutations and the possibility of these new variants that you just spoke of that might be even more effective.
Oh, okay. So, and then the next thing, of course, is when the third shot, the booster shot becomes available, I guess we need to go ahead and take it about as quickly as we can?
Well, the deal with that is the CDC, they still have not met yet. I think they're going to meet sometime next week to come up with the final determination if we need to get the boosters or not, because right now it's not confirmed by the CDC. They're still studying if our antibody levels are strong enough 9 months out after we received our second dose of our vaccinations, or if we got the Johnson & Johnson. So that's still up for debate, but we should have some information in the very near future. But for those out there that have not been vaccinated, get vaccinated as soon as possible.
All right, Dr. Quinn, thank you very much for being with us. And I do have a couple of people I know that have been tested for the antibodies, and they said they have plenty of antibodies, so that booster shot is not needed at this time. So maybe that's what we're going to be hearing more about next week.
We just have to follow that science and stay persistent.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, calling 911 can be terrifying.